right, DW Gaming here with a very short video. They released the 8.0.2 bug fix patch, updated June 19th by, of course, Behavior's Resident Survivor main Peanuts. So basically, this is saying what they did is they nerfed the Lich. They didn't even wait a month. They wasted absolutely no time whatsoever nerfing this character. Completely ridiculous. I'm totally disgusted with their policy here. I don't know. I mean, they must have had so many crying survivors on the forums and on Reddit or whatever. Maybe they review bombed the game on Steam. Who knows? But they didn't even wait 1 month to see how he was performing before nerfing him. It's just absurd. You could almost say it was a bait and switch, since his performance on the live servers has been better than how he was on the PTB. This sets him back to how he was on the PTB. So basically, people like myself who purchased him, and I was unable to get a refund because I'd played too many hours of the new content, apparently, which is stupid. I don't think it should be number of hours played. It should only be based on how long you've actually had the content. But in the future, I will know now that I am not going to be buying any more DLCs from this company. I will not be purchasing any new killers until I've had at least several months to see how they treat said killer, how they nerf said killer. There's no point in buying any new killer, even if they make them strong, because they will just revert them back to their weak selves from the PTB when enough people complain and they get the flawed kill rates data to influence their horrible decision making. There's just no point in purchasing new killers from this game, because they're just going to nerf them anyway, even if they make them strong. So they increase a mage hand pallet lifting time from 0.35 seconds to 0.5 seconds. That's exactly how it was on the PTB. It was completely useless on the PTB from what I saw. They've also nerfed his Flight of the Damned power, which doesn't need a nerf at all. It's a very useless power. All you have to do as survivors just crouch, and they'll miss you completely. But apparently, they increased the volume of Flight of the Damned skeleton spawn to give survivors better awareness. As I said, they were dodging those skeletons just fine. They did not need to do this either. So once again, they are catering to the lowest denominator of survivor players who have no awareness whatsoever when they play the game. They've also made the add-on, the Ring of Telekinesis, completely useless. It would shorten the 0.35 seconds even more. Now all it does is when you activate the mage hand on an upward pallet, it increases your general vault speed by 10% for the next 8 seconds, which is absolutely pointless. When you're running a survivor around a pallet and you want them to not be able to drop it, sometimes there'll be like a jungle gym. There will be a window they can use, but that's not all the time. And increasing vault speed by 10%, big deal. That's nothing. This is complete trash now. The only way you would vault a window is if you had bamboozle and could lock it up. This doesn't even let you do that, and it's 5% slower than Bamboozle. Absolute garbage. They've also changed Vorpal Sword, increasing time to break pallet from 2.2 seconds to 3.2 seconds, because they know people will be using this add-on. Since his mage hand is garbage now, they would know people would be using this add-on to break the pallets instead. So they're like, well, we have to make that take longer as well. So pretty much every possible nerf they could have thought of to make him a completely irrelevant killer, they've done it. Flight of the Damned, irrelevant now. You're never going to get survivors with that. The only chances is when you use the iridescent add-on that lowers the skeletons, but then you lose a skeleton. So that doesn't even guarantee a hit. Everything else, Mage Hand, useless. Flight of the Damned, useless. His fly spell, pretty much useless. It's only good for traversing the map. And the sphere, it gives you killer instinct on survivors and deactivates their magical items. Big deal. Yeah, so they made a viable killer pretty much completely non-viable now. They essentially don't want this killer to actually be able to win games and get kills. That's what they're saying. And I am so very sorry that I purchased this. I will not be making that mistake in the future. I thought that, with the changes from the PTB, they would keep those for at least a few months' time to see if they were good changes. But nope, they didn't even wait a month. They just I think this is the fastest killer nerf I've ever seen them actually do in this game. It's really very frustrating. And I have learned my lesson. You can say it's a classic bait and switch, because they made the players the promise. Oh yes, we'll make him stronger, and they actually did. And we got to play a stronger version of Vecna for maybe a couple weeks, and that's it. It was just unbelievable. I urge everyone who's bought this killer, you probably won't be able to get a refund. So next time when they release the newest killer, just don't buy him or her. Just don't. They're going to nerf that killer anyway. If they release it on the PTB in a somewhat viable state, they will nerf it then before it goes live, or they will buff it from the PTB and then nerf it less than a month later. There's no point in buying anything from this company, but especially not new killers. They hate strong killers over that company. It's just disgusting. I'm pretty much at a loss for words how infuriating this is. So yeah, that's it. Just a short video showing that they didn't even wait until the 2v8 mode dropped. They didn't wait until the newest survivors being released in less than a month's time. So yeah, they had to do this immediately. Shows you where their mindset is over there. Stay tuned for more videos. I've been playing the open beta of, I think it's called Level 0 Extraction. I've been playing that, and actually it's quite fun. I will be most likely be purchasing that when it comes out. I doubt it'll be a DBD killer, but it might give it some serious competition if they add more content to it. I've been having a lot of fun playing as the alien monster faction. So those videos will be upcoming. There's also a new game coming called I think it's the Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate Collection. I used to play a lot of the Marvel vs. Capcom games back in the day. So I'll be getting that, and we'll see how that goes. But I've had it with this company. I really, I just can't express the amount of frustration I have with these people. So that's it. Look forward to those videos coming soon.